my thoughts on NXT TNA crossover on
UNMISSABLE.
The world is watching.
Hi guys, I'm Dave in real life and welcome to today's Unmissable. Yep, it is my thoughts on the NXT TNA crossover, which is currently happening right now. Obviously we saw more examples of this on the what is being arguably called the best NXT show ever. I mean, yeah, I've just watched it. Absolutely brilliant show. Lots of surprises, lots of good stuff on there. Is it the best one? We're not here to argue that today, but we are going to have a look at the crossover and what this could mean for the future of NXT TNA going forward. This all started with Jordynne Grace getting a challenge on Roxanne Perez for the TNA Championship. Jordynne Grace did fantastic. Did a fantastic job representing TNA in NXT. Obviously, she would lose to Roxanne Perez, but she was the one what kick-started this crossover. Then we got Joe Hendry, because we believe in Joe Hendry. He appeared in a 25 man battle royal, I believe it was. He didn't last long. He did get eliminated pretty quickly. Also in that battle royal as well was Frankie Kazarian, who's also TNA. So these appearances were starting to be like a bit sporadic at times, but was still pretty much good. And then we did see the reverse of this crossover. We've got some NXT stars starring in TNA, starting with Tatum Paxley answering open challenge to Jordynne Grace's title. And then we had Charlie Dempsey not so long back also showing up on TNA TV. This is absolutely awesome. And I feel like this is a sign to come. Now we go on to last night's NXT, where this literally, I think, shocked the world. Wesley was down in the ring. It looked like he was going to have, retire at one point. I mean, never actually believed that he would retire, but it looked that way. And then all of a sudden, we got a return of Nash Carter. Well, he's under a different name now, but that was definitely Nash Carter. And of course, MSK. A reunion of MSK, but not more than a reunion of that faction. But we got the Rascals, TNA Rascals, because with Nash Carter, we've got Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel, obviously a massive TNA star. We've got the reformation of the Rascals in NXT, or as NXT call it, MSK. It's kind of confusing, but absolutely brilliant. They're going to be in action next week against Gallus, which means that there's more of these crossovers to come. But then, obviously, last night's NXT main event would see he returned again, because we believed in Joe Hendry. Yes, Joe Hendry would become the mystery partner of Trick Williams once Javon Evans was taken out of action earlier on in the show. Yes, Trick needed a partner. They was taking on Sean Spears and All Ego Ethan Page in the main event. Joe Hendry actually scored the pinfall victory over Sean Spears. Absolutely fantastic. The crowd, I know NXT crowds are small, but this crowd was up for this show. They were electric all the way through. Certainly pumped. And for Joe Hendry, I mean, he's so over. I mean, I don't know what this actually means going forward for the individual superstars of TNA, but I do believe that this is certainly going to continue out through 2024 for sure. Yeah, like I said, Jordan Grace's contract is up in January with TNA. There is a possibility that she does jump over to NXT full time. But I feel that, yeah, obviously she's going to fulfill her contract obligations with TNA first. I'm not sure of when Joe Hendry is going to be freed up, but I feel like we're just getting a glimpse of future NXT stars, or possible just, you know, we're getting a glimpse into the future of what their plans are. One quick note, I don't know if this is going to lead to TNA versus NXT, as the TNA stars look to be teaming up with current NXT stars. So I don't know if there's like an invasion angle going to happen, or we get to a point where we get to a Worlds Collide pay-per-view. Yeah, I just don't think it's going that way at this moment in time. I'm not saying that it won't go that way. I mean, obviously, fingers are crossed that it does. But at the moment, I just think there's just a lot of collabs. Obviously, boosting up PLE ratings, having these stars on the show. I mean, this absolutely benefits both TNA and NXT massively, because obviously this gets the TNA stars over, so that people will go and watch them on their show. And of course, people who are watching TNA will jump over to watch NXT to see how their stars are getting on. So yeah, this is huge for both NXT and TNA. Shawn Michaels doing a fantastic job of getting this talent in and being able to use them the way that he wants to, and obviously they're getting to shine just as much. I mean, obviously we saw this AEW doing a crossover with TNA, and TNA got absolutely F all out of it. The only person what benefited from that was Kenny Omega's bloody belt collector run. But yeah, I feel that TNA are actually benefiting quite a lot out of this with NXT. Both are getting massive wins out of their crossover. Hopefully there's more to come. I don't know which superstars will cross over in the future. I mean, it's certainly something to keep our eyes on, and it's obviously interesting times and exciting times in NXT and TNA. So make sure you're watching both these shows, and let me know what you thought of NXT last night. Was it the best ever NXT? I mean, it's certainly up there. I'm not sure if it's the greatest one, but yeah, it was a fun show for sure, and hopefully more of this to come in the near future. Anyway, I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Until the next time, bye for now.